Hello again and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Imperial Guard Tactics video, and today guys I've got a quick tip Tactica for you. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, today's tactic isn't overly competitive, but it is a hell of a lot of fun, very fluffy, very flavorful, and you know what, against the right opponent, against the right army, it could actually really catch them by surprise. So let's take a look at today's tactic, which is going to be called FISTO the Magnificent. So in order for you to be able to pull this off, you're going to need to take the Destroyer Regiment trait. Now, Destroyer is not an overly competitive regiment trait, but it's not a bad one either. It's perfectly okay. Now, what you're going to need is, once you've picked your regiment trait, is you're going to need to take an officer. Now, this can be either a company commander or platoon commander. It's up to you. But either way, it needs to be a Destroyer officer. Now, once we've got our officer, we're going to need to make him our warlord, and we're going to need to give him a warlord trait. Now, funnily enough, we're going to give him the Destroyer warlord trait, and that is called Honoured Duelist. And very simply, guys, this allows him to reroll failed hit and wound rolls in the fight phase for attacks made by your warlord. That's right, an Imperial Guard officer getting full rerolls to hit and rerolls to wound, that's pretty mad. But hold your horses, honey, I got vouchers for the Pringles. We're going to need to give this guy his signature weapon, which is going to be a power fist. Because there's only one way you can be called Fisto, and that's with a giant power-enhanced fist for you to destroy your enemy's anuses with. And that's what you need to do. Basically, get that officer a straight-up power fist. Now, the great thing about this tactic is that with the recent changes to points cost in the latest balanced data slate, this is only going to cost you 5 points. You're getting discount fists, baby. Used to be you had to spend 10 points on this. Now you're spending 5 points. Absolutely fantastic. So we've got the first part of our name, Fisto, but we haven't yet got the Magnificent. So let me tell you how we're going to pimp this guy out even further. So what you're going to want to do is head over to the Heirlooms of Conquest section of your codex. That's right, we're getting the relics out, boys. And you're going to want to find the Armour of Graf Tushenko. And this is for a Destroying infantry model only, and it increases the model's toughness characteristic to 4 and save characteristic to 2+. That's right. Your company commander or platoon commander is now the equivalent of a Terminator, because he has a 2+ save and toughness 4 thanks to his armor, and because he's an officer, he comes with a 5+ invulnerable save as standard. That's a Fracture Shield, so that's right, you've now got a Terminator. And so when you add all this up, you have got a character who's got a 2+ save, 5+ invulnerable save, toughness 4, and he gets 3 attacks at strength 6, AP -3, damage D3, with full rerolls to hit and to wound. But we ain't done yet, because any good, magnificent character like Fisto needs a couple of loyal retainers to follow him around the battlefield. And the first one we're going to look at is a Ministorm Priest. Ministorm Priests are really familiar with bellowing out oration and prayers to the Emperor, and Fisto needs someone that can announce his presence on the battlefield, and that's what the Priest is perfect for doing. By putting Fisto near a Priest, you will get him an extra attack, increasing the amount of attacks he puts out by 33%, taking him from 3 to 4 attacks. And don't forget, every single one of the attacks is hitting and wounding with full rerolls. But like any good Lord of the Imperium, Fisto will be supported by his faithful butler, Boris, the Ogren bodyguard. And this guy is literally here to just jump in front of Fisto, take all of the wounds, and don't forget, he comes with 6 wounds. That means that you've effectively taken your company commander with Power Fist from having 4 wounds up to 10 wounds, which makes him incredibly durable. But if you want to take it a step further and make Boris the best Ogren bodyguard that a company commander could ask for, then you could spend an extra CP on him and give him the Death Mask of Alonius Pass, which will give him an extra 4+ invulnerable save. In addition, once per game at the start of any of your turns, the bearer may immediately heal D3 wounds. That's really cool, because if Boris has been taking mortal wounds via his old school bodyguard rule, you're going to want to give him a chance to heal them back up, because that means Fisto is fisting for longer. Now, last but certainly not least, you're going to want to take a command squad, because no Imperial Guard officer is complete without their trusty command staff. And in that command squad, you're going to find Fisto's personal physician, a veteran with a medipack. Now, how that medipack works is at the end of any of your movement phase, a model with a medipack can attempt to heal a single model. Select a friendly Ashton infantry unit within 3 inches and roll a d6. On a 4+, one model in the unit recovers a wound it lost earlier in the battle. Now, not only can you use that medipack to heal Fisto, you can also use it to make Boris the Butler Ogren feel better, because he's probably going to be taking some wounds by bodyguarding for Fisto, and so if you can heal him, he'll be able to bodyguard for longer, which is fantastic. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Fisto the Magnificent in all of his glory. Now, of course, you can choose how much of this tactic you want to use. Maybe you just want to upgrade the officer. Maybe you want officer and the priest. Maybe you want officer, priest, and bodyguard. Maybe you want the whole thing, including the command squad. It's up to you how much of this tactic you choose to use. But of course, the core of it is that officer who's fully pimped out. So that's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's funny little quick tip Tactica. If you did, please let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, give it a like and a subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. If you've got any other combat characters or funny little quick tip Tacticas you want me to do, something that are a little bit more fun and maybe not so competitive, then let me know down in that comment section. And of course, I will check them out. And if I like them, I'll make a video on them. And if you've really enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this, then please consider becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter. And I just want to take a moment now to say a big thank you to our latest channel members, Perkysaurus, Valhallan1212 Lover, Screbsy, Uber Branches, Eli Cohen, Fox21231, No Name, Richard Green, James Bland, and Roger My Todger. I also want to say a big thank you to our latest Patreon supporters as well. So a big thank you to Ven Diesel, Goodwin Games, Museum Fremen, Dennis W, and Faceless Gaming Inc. And of course, I want to take the time to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreon supporters. These are the War Masters, the people that have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to supporting the Mordian Glory channel. So a massive thank you and an 07 down in the comment section for Navy Veteran, Philip French, Ross Miller, Alex Dengal, John Stubbs, Nicholas Walsh, Swordfish Trombone, Diesel Fox, Tom Sutton, and August Varney, the one-man super chatting army. Thank you guys for all of your support. It's truly appreciated. But that's all we've got time for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.